What is up, everybody? My name is SirEmCeeCoy, and welcome to Week 4 of our Steelers Connected franchise. We're 3-0, and we're facing one of the only 4 3-0 teams left, the Minnesota Vikings. This isn't going to be an easy one, but as you can see, they are out with a lot of injuries on their team, so that's something that we should hopefully be able to take advantage of. But regardless, there's one player that we're going to have to stop, and that is Adrian Peterson. Questionably the best running back in the game, and we get to face him today. Welcome to Minnesota as we are playing in the Dome. I thought this was going to be a London game, so I did bring my alternate jerseys. So, as it is, we're playing in Minnesota, and Minnesota will start with the ball, and they're going to start with a handoff left to that man, Adrian Peterson, who has 11 yards on his first carry, and we got to be able to stop him from doing that. First and 10 now. Freeman drops back to pass, has so much time, still back and downfield. He's got his tight end Kyle Rudolph. A huge pass. We cannot give Josh Freeman that much time. You can't give any quarterback that much time. They will convert on you. Now first and 10 out to Felton, who gets the edge on Troy. Troy's able to come back and make that tackle. Now 3rd and 2. Freeman, quick pass out to Jennings into the screen, but he had no chance there. Defense forces it incomplete, and Minnesota will settle for a field goal. 3-0, and we start on the screen. Ellington, he had to come back to get the catch. He lost 4. 2nd and 14. Now Roethlisberger is sacked by Jared Allen, who came in as a free rusher. I'm not sure who missed that blocking assignment, but that is one man that you cannot let come in free on your quarterback. So now 3rd and 22, and Roethlisberger, he's just going to throw it out over everyone. Pittsburgh goes 3-0 on their first drive. Not a good way to start. And Butler is going to punt it deep to Cordero Patterson, who's going to field it at the 40 and runs through Allen and then breaks off another tackle, and he is up into Pittsburgh territory down at the 42-yard line. It's a great starting field position for Minnesota as they look to add on more points as Rudolph runs through Troy, sheds another but goes out of bounds. We just cannot seem to tackle anyone on this team today. 1st and 10. Handoff will go to Peterson. One man we do have to tackle. Ryan Clark is able to wrap him up in mid-spin. Now 3rd and inches. Defense stacking the box. Handoff Peterson, and he's got the first down. Already we're having some issues stopping Adrian Peterson, which isn't a common thing, but it's something I'd like us to see step up and do. And great job on defense by Byron Maxwell, swatting that out of Rudolph's hands. 3rd and 7 now. Freeman dropping back. Time over to Simpson, his first catch of the day, but he doesn't have anywhere to go. So Minnesota will settle for another field goal. It's now 6-0. As Pittsburgh throw to Heath Miller in traffic, and he can't hold on mid-tackle. So now 3rd and 9. Pittsburgh has got to convert here. Roethlisberger has time downfield. Marcus Wheaton is wide open. Starting to look like Ben's favorite target now as he's been getting a lot of downfield looks. Now 1st and 10. Ellington will take the handoff. He's only got 5 yards on that one. His largest rush of the day, though. 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger to Marcus Wheaton again, and he turns around and has enough yards for a first down. Pittsburgh now dropping back. Roethlisberger has it to Miller. He's tackled almost immediately. We're having some issues getting these yards after catch. And there's another play where there's miscommunication between receiver and quarterback. And Pittsburgh will settle for the field goal. It is now 6-3 Minnesota, and they're going to start with a handoff left side to Peterson. The blitz was brought up the middle, and he's got space. 25 yards for Adrian Peterson, his longest of the day. 2nd and 9 now. Freeman drops back. Downfield, he's got Cordero Patterson, his first catch, and tackled almost immediately. We're doing good in the passing game, not giving up too many yards after catch, but we just have to figure out how to contain this run. And again, Freeman, so much time, and there's Greg Jennings wide open downfield. We need to stop giving them so much time. When we bring these 3 or 4 man rushes, I expect the D linemen and backers to get into the backfield, and they just have not been able to do that against Minnesota so far. As Troy Polamalu breaks up that run in the backfield, we got to see more of that. The exact same play again to Peterson this time, and he's got 6 yards or 7, but got to figure out how to contain Adrian. Freeman dropping back middle. Rudolph, and he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And they are going to extend their lead now to 10 points. We have got to figure out an answer for this defense, and we've got to figure out our offense quickly. Paulson in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Ellington, and he doesn't have much room. Tackled forward by Allen for 5 yards. 3rd down now. They're just going to hand it off to the fullback, Will Johnson, up the middle. He's been doing good, but ball security has been an issue with him, as it has been for all our backers. Now the handoff will go right to Ellington. He's got another longer of the day. It's 8 yards. 3rd and 6 now. Roethlisberger downfield to Will Johnson, who is 1 yard short. And where we are, we're just going to be forced to punt. So Minnesota takes over. We have got to stop them here. Peterson with a spin move in the backfield. Another play where we should have stopped him in the backfield, but the ever so elusive Peterson was able to get 5 out of that. 3rd and 2. They've got the backup tight end now, Rhett Ellison, out to the left side, 13 yards on a 1st down. Handoff, Peterson runs through one, runs through another. Oh my gosh. Adrian Peterson is just making our defense look juvenile. They're just destroying us. And there's Adrian again. He's got a 1st down, 4 yards. Minnesota now facing a 3rd and 9 in Pittsburgh territory, setting up the screen. Peterson shakes one, shakes another. Come on, guys, wrap him up. We have a stop, basically, and Adrian Peterson, we just cannot tackle him. 1st and 10 now, into field goal range. Freeman's going to hand it off to Peterson, and this time they make the tackle. We brought the blitz, and it worked. McClendon got him for a loss of 4. Freeman now, pressure coming. He's hit, and he is sacked. That is Jarvis Jones, the team's sack leader, his 5th of the season. 3rd and 16 now. Freeman downfield. He's got Rudolph, and he had nowhere to go. They get another field goal, though. It's 16-3 Minnesota. Roethlisberger. Oh, my God, what a catch by Marcus Wheaton. He had to throw that off his back foot, and Marcus Wheaton is just able to get that off the ground. At first, I thought he didn't, but there was no challenge from either team. What a catch by Marcus Wheaton. 1st down. Roethlisberger going deep again, and it's Marcus Wheaton who's tackled from behind at the 32-yard line. I think Ben definitely has found his favorite target. Downfield now, there's Antonio Brown. And Pittsburgh is moving on this drive, trying to get some points before half. Roethlisberger airing it out downfield. Oh my God, and there it is. Intercepted by Xavier Rhodes. He threw it up for a one-on-one between Rhodes and Brown just, he lost the battle. He let the safety get in front of him, and that was that. So we're going to be going into the half, down by quite a margin compared to how our offense is played. 16-3 going into the half. Welcome back to the second half of football. Pittsburgh will start with the ball, and they're going to look to get some points on the board again, as they've only had 3 this entire game. And the first play is downfield to Heath Miller for a 1st down, and now we're going to hand it off to Ellington, who tries to get the edge. He only has 3 yards. We just haven't found any holes for him. We've become, again, one-dimensional at this pass game because we're playing from behind, and we can't really afford to run too much clock. Now 2nd and 9. Downfield. Oh! Almost intercepted by Xavier Rhodes, looking for his 2nd of the day. But 3rd and 9. He's hit as he throws, and that was intended for Wheaton, but just wasn't there. Minnesota will get the ball back now as they're going to pitch it out to Peterson. This is a play that we've seen a lot. He's got the ability to get the edge, but he only has 4 yards. Vince Williams coming over and making the tackle. 2nd and 6 now. Freeman downfield. Jarius Wright, their touchdown leader. He had the catch, but out of bounds. We've been able to hold him so far. He's been being covered by Byron Maxwell, so it's good to see that. But now on 3rd and 6, again, a play that we should have had in the backfield, but Josh Freeman scrambles forward for a 1st down. Now handoff right side. Peterson stiff-arming, but brought down this time by Troy Polamalu. He's nearing 100 yards, though. He's got 83 right now. Now a delay to Peterson, and he's got space left side up across midfield, and that is going to get him really close now. He only needs 4 more yards for 100. Now they're going to hand it off to him, and there it is, as he is down at the 38-yard line. 104 for him now on 20 rushes. We just have not been able to stop him. Handoff again, he sheds 1. Turns left and finally gets tackled. They're just going to pound it down our throat now. They know that they can do it, and they're just going to keep it up. Freeman now doesn't have much room to go. Vince Williams was waiting for him. So now 3rd and 6. Rudolph goes in motion. Freeman dropping back. Has time downfield, and he just missed everybody as the pressure was coming in, so they settle for yet another field goal. It's a 16-point game now. Roethlisberger screen out to Ellington, and he's got some blocks, but he's tackled down from behind. Only got 8 there, so now 3rd and 2. They're going to hand it off to Ellington, who just gets the 1st down. We've just got to do what we do to get the ball downfield. And that's going to be another handoff to Ellington, and he's got some space, makes a move now, and he's into open field, but a missed block, and he gets downfield, but still a great run there. 31 yards. 1st and 10 now into Minnesota territory, and Ben just misses the throw to Miller, and it's intercepted by Mr. Raymond. It was a slant route. Ben overthrew it right to their safety. And just as we're getting momentum, it gets killed, and it's Minnesota ball now. Peterson will take it up the middle for 3. So 3rd and 7 now. Freeman drops back. Downfield, pressure was coming, and he just missed everyone with that throw. So for the first time in a long time, we forced them to punt, but we do not have favorable position as Will Johnson carries it, and he fumbles again. Will Johnson. He's been having some issues holding on to that ball, and it is now 2nd and 4. Ellington's going to take it right side. He's got some blocks up across the 20, stiff arming. Finally brought down at the 35-yard line. What a run by Andre Ellington. We have got to see more of that, and we're going to try it again. Pitch out to Ellington. Only has 2 yards there. They were ready for it. 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger drops back. With time, looking downfield. Threads the needle to Antonio Brown, who takes a nasty tackle, but he's up. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger setting up the screen to Ellington. Has some blockers, but a man on the edge gets him 5 yards. We just got to keep moving the ball like this. Small chunks, and we're just going to convert the chains on here. 3rd down, and Marcus Wheaton has a 1st down. He's nearing 100 yards receiving. Roethlisberger drops back. Has time downfield, and it's swatted by Harrison Smith, looking for Marcus Wheaton over the middle. Just needed to put a little more float on that, and that could have been a touchdown. And there is a bad throw, looking for Heath Miller, but throws it right to Chad Greenway. Interceptions and turnovers are really becoming an issue in this game. So now Minnesota will take over, and they're going to start with a handoff to Peterson. This doesn't have too much, but 3 yards. That's approximately what we've got to hold him to, and I would feel happy about that. On 2nd and 7, the pass out to Greg Jennings has no yards after the catch. 3rd and 1 now. Peterson, he's got the 1st down and more, stumbling down and finally tackled at the 44-yard line. Handoff will go to him again, and he's got space. Just having so many issues stopping Adrian on the ground. 2nd and 5, Freeman hands it off to Peterson. Again, he just stiff arms through a defender. This is just going to be their game plan for the rest of the game. Just hand off to Peterson, and we got to do that. We just got to come up and make those stops. Cam Hayward in the backfield. It's a very rare sight for our defense. As there's Peterson on 3rd and 5, spinning forward and getting the 1st down. He's up over 150 yards now, closing in on 30 carries. And there's number 30, stiff arming and finally brought down after 7 yards. 30 for 160. It's just ridiculous. Freeman will hand it off to Peterson again on 2nd and 3. 1st down, Minnesota. Handoff again to Peterson. He's got space running through tackles. 1st and goal now. Now Freeman dropping back. Looks for the end zone, and there's Kyle Rudolph. They run the entire drive, and then once they get this close, they throw it to Rudolph. That's his 2nd touchdown of the day, and that just might be the final nail in the coffin. They're up 26-3 now with 5 minutes left. Don't have much hope here, as Roethlisberger is going to go downfield to Antonio Brown. 17 yards on a 1st down, but we've just got to score very, very quickly. Roethlisberger dropping back, just barely gets that throw off before the hit came. It was Jared Allen pressuring him again. 4th and 8 now. We have no choice but to go for it. Roethlisberger, and he throws it off the back of a defender. This just has not been Ben Roethlisberger's day. And now they're going to hand it off to Peterson. He's got blocks ahead. Another huge gain, 10 more yards for him. 1st and 10, Peterson again is going to take it left side, sheds through one tackle, outrunning everyone to the edge, and finally tackled out of bounds. Oh my goodness, Adrian Peterson is just making us look like the worst run defense in the game. Now airing it up, Troy Polamalu, thank you for saving some face as we get an interception in the back of the end zone. Pittsburgh ball now, and we just got to try to get some points on the board. We got to make this not look like it was as bad as it was. But at this point, the game is over, so we brought in our 2nd stringers. Let's see them get some time. And David Paulson, come on, you can't drop that pass. You actually get active playing time. You can't be doing that. Gradkowski over the middle to Marcus Wheaton. There's 100+ yards for Marcus Wheaton. Now 2nd and 10, Gradkowski Dropping back, fires, and a receiver got caught up on a linebacker, and it's intercepted by Desmond Bishop. I guess it just doesn't matter who's in because we're just throwing up ducks. And that's going to be the end of this game. This was an embarrassment. 26-3 to the Minnesota Vikings. I understand they were 3-0, but on paper, they did not look like a 3-0 team. And I knew we should have been factoring in for Adrian Peterson, but there's just nothing we could have done to stop him. 37 carries, 209 yards. Adrian Peterson was in our house all day, and he wasn't leaving. We just couldn't stop it. And statistically, this was just an ugly game for a quarterback. Our running back had a few good carries, but other than that, nothing too special out of him. The only bright side I saw to this was Marcus Wheaton. He just started emerging as that nice slot receiver that I wanted him to be. And our defense, they just weren't as huge as they used to be. Normally, you know, we're getting sacks 24/7. We only had 1 sack, only 1 interception. That's not like our offense. But we're going to have to turn it around big as we're playing the Jets next week. 2-3 Jets, we're 3-1. We've got a game in hand on our division, but we've got to start winning. If you liked the video, please like and leave a comment with any suggestions, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. See ya.